Frontosa for life here, and you're looking at two of my new setups here. I did a series for you guys on starting new aquariums. I'll put that down in the description below in case you're new to the channel and you missed that, but I talked about a lot. All I did was bring over some mature bacteria in these sponges. If you don't use sponges in your aquarium, I really think you should, but that's here nor there. Today we're talking about Aqueon versus Marineland. Now if you look at the silicone on both these tanks, you can tell that they're both Aqueon. I do own some Marineland tanks, but they're currently in the basement chilling because on my big Frontosa tanks, they're both over 100 gallons. I'm using acrylic, which makes my life a lot easier. In some of the earlier videos that I've done, you'll see a big glass tank. It was 180 gallons, and that thing was a nightmare to lift. So I don't miss it. I got some good deals on acrylic, and it's been acrylic ever since, except for these two smaller tanks. This is a 60 breeder that you're looking at, and then that's a 40-gallon breeder over there that I have. So I've been hand picking some nice males, and just trying to set up a nice little community here. A lot of you have questions for me, and I'll be doing a series to get to those answers. Some of you are new to the hobby, and I'd like to welcome you. Others, you have experience, but I've been able to enlighten you with some of my tricks, like how to add sand to an aquarium without dusting up the water. I'll put that video in the description below as well. But Marineland versus Aqueon. Now, I've heard a million different stories. There's like a million different things. Some say Aqueon's built a little bit more sturdy, especially on the bottom glass panel. From what I've heard, Marineland's a little bit thinner on the bottom there. Not sure how much truth there is to that, but Aqueon does seem a little bit more sturdy. The only problem a lot of people have with Aqueon is the sloppy silicone, and you'll be seeing that here in the video as I ran to the store to grab this 60 breeder tank. I was going to get a 75 gallon, another 75 gallon, but I wasn't sure about the height in my garage. I had to actually take a shelf off this wall to put the tank in, make sure it would clear. So it was better safe than sorry. I restained this old 25-plus-year-old stand, and it looks okay. But also Marineland tends to be, at least in my area, and I've heard some people agree, you know, more sparse and scarce to get to. I have to personally travel to a store that's probably about 45 minutes to an hour away just to find some nice sized Marineland tanks. Some of the big box pet stores have the smaller Marinelands, but for some of the sizes I was looking for in the past, I had to go to a store we have that's big on aquatics. Aqueon is definitely more available in supply. I mean, you know, they're giving them away left and right when, you know, they have these tank sales. Can't call it $1 per gallon anymore. It's just a tank sale, I guess you could say. They're not giving them away for $1 per gallon anymore. Those were the good old days. But yeah, I mean, I chose Aqueon just because I'm familiar with the product. I never had no issues, and the prices are a little bit better. Marineland seems to be a little bit more on the pricey side. So they both have a great reputation in their own ways. And the difference with the Marineland tanks is the black silicone. I believe I have some footage I can show you of that as well. The black silicone is trademark Marineland, and some people like that for the aesthetic of having the black silicone on your tanks. But I just wanted to stir up the pot a little bit and maybe get you guys part of this conversation, and you let me know, what do you go with, Aqueon or Marineland? Maybe in your area you have access to either or, you know, where you don't have to travel as far and so forth and so on. But get in the comments, let me know. I got some beautiful OB peacocks back. I have a redfin borlei, well, 2 redfin borlei in there. Two of the smaller fish are hybrids, I believe. I just rescued them. I seen them at the pet store in a horrible tank, and I just dosed the tank with some Paragard and you know, brought them to a much cleaner environment. But yeah, guys, get in the comment box, let me know what you think. I've heard many different stories about both tanks, some horror stories, oh, my tank shattered, this and that. But I'll tell you what, one thing I do that I'm not sure a lot of, especially you newer people, pay attention to is leveling out your tanks, making sure when I set this tank on the stand here in the garage, I take a level to it on each side and in the middle and make sure it's level, because that can put pressure on awkward corners of your tank, and that can cause a panel explosion with the water once you fill it up over time, because water is very heavy in these tanks. And you know, I forget how many pounds per gallon water is off the top of my head, but it can get very heavy. You know, some of my bigger tanks I have in the other room, they start to weigh as much as a small car once you fill them up. So you want to make sure you have the right support system going for your tanks. And you know, I believe at some point when we were all getting started, we just threw the water in the tank because we were so excited to have fish in there. But you definitely want to make sure your tanks are supported the right way, so that you don't have to have any bad experiences in that way. One thing I can say that I hear a lot of people talk about, and I have my own personal great experience with, is Aqueon's customer service is amazing. They stand behind their tanks. I bought a 75-gallon Aqueon before, and the silicone was just so sloppy that some of it was peeled in the corner, and it really concerned me. And I called them up, and they heavily discounted the tank. They asked me how much I paid for it. I emailed them some documents, and they sent me a check in the mail, guys, and it was easy peasy, no back and forth. And they apologized. But I mean, that's the only thing with Aqueon I would say is looking at the type of silicone job that is done sometime. I know the tanks are probably on the assembly line and they have deadlines, so they're cranking them out. But that's why it's up to us, the consumers, before we set it up in our living rooms and trust it in our homes, to definitely go over them before we commit. And with that being said, guys, that's what I wanted to talk about today. Get in the comments, let me know. Another thing, I made a past video on the Aqueon Pro heaters, the shatterproof ones. After so many years, one thing that I've always done with Aqueon is if the heaters start to malfunction, I call them up. If I don't still have my old receipt, they gladly take them back as long as I'll ship them. And they send me out brand new heaters, guys. You know, right now I've been using the Hygger heaters. They are really good. You can just look and see the temperature of your water, and they usually do good at keeping the temperature routine. Now this is a model number 5. I have model number 8s in my bigger tanks. But if you look in the back, I still have the Aqueon Pro Stealth Heater there to kind of help keep the water temperature consistent. So yeah, I also have the same thing going on over there. Higer number 5. I hope I'm saying that right. Higer, I think that's how you pronounce the company's name. I'll have all that in the description below. So if you want to go on Amazon or wherever you want to go and get you a Higer heater, I highly recommend them. I haven't had any problems thus far, and I've heard a lot of great things about them before I bought them. But yeah, guys, Aqueon versus Marineland. Get in the comment box below. Tell me some stories of your experiences with the two manufacturers, and give us some history. That's pretty much mine in a nutshell. If I could have all acrylic tanks, I would, but you know, when they start getting under 100 gallons, I just can't justify the price. I mean, you know, I haven't seen one I really fell in love with. I would love to see a 75 acrylic, but you don't see them that often, and when I do see them, price is sky high. But yeah, I got some tank cleaning to do. Gotta clean the outside of these glass tanks, man. They fog up pretty quick. But yeah, get in the comments, let me know. Which one are you guys rolling with? It's Frontosa for life. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Everything we discussed will be in the description below if you want to do your own research and you need some of this product. Take it easy, guys. Peace.